The President of the Republic of Kenya enjoys immunity both from criminal and civil cases during his tenure. In one of the decisions in the Olekewa case, we said, if the president decides to sack, for example, 20 judges on the same day without following the correct procedure, he does not enjoy immunity or protection. What is your view in terms of criminal prosecution or civil prosecution of a sitting president in terms of the article? What does the article talk about? Actual things which the article is talking about. In your interpretation as the President of the Supreme Court, C.J. Murgor.
Now, my Lord, I see a situation arising.
And you have the option not to answer. You can say pass.
I know I want to answer it by not answering. In this way, when you put forward a hypothetical situation like that, I think it's unfair to a person who you consider may end up in the Supreme Court. Because should he be faced with such a situation, he would have already expressed his view. And it would be the first order of business to disqualify that judge. So these hypothetical situations have their examples that are posed as questions have their dangers. So I would request that it is...
Can the president sue personally? I'm leading to other questions which will come. During his period as President of the Republic of Kenya, can he sue personally?
I think by the same vein, you know, that's exactly the same situation is arising. You know, if he were to sue personally, if the question arose as to whether he can, it would be a justiciable issue which would end up coming up to the courts. So I would prefer not to also express my view.
And I want you to express your view. Does the deputy president enjoy the same immunity under 143?
Again.
And I want your view. I want you to answer, because if the reason why we are here, we want you to know your views. We are not saying there is anything wrong with expressing your views.
There is absolutely everything wrong in expressing a view about a matter that may become a reality in due course, for whatever reason, or not a reality. If I was interviewing for Director of Public Prosecutions, I might have answered your question. But I am not interviewing for the Director of Public Prosecutions. I am now going to sit as a judge. I have no view that is worth putting out, because I must be seen to have a blank mind when I will hear anyone in such a dispute, on such a question.
Senior counsel, I'm a judge. I was involved in the Olekewa case, and I expressed my view. You can sue the president if there is a clear and dire constitutional violations in his personal name.
How did you express your view, my lord?
In the Olekewa case.
As a judge?
As a judge.
And I assure you, when that question comes before me, and I am a judge, I will express my view.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, under Article 144 and 145, the president can be removed on grounds of incapacity.
Yes. Yes.
Under Article 147, one of the functions of the deputy president is to act as a president when the president is temporarily incapacitated. If there is a conflict and the deputy president says, you want to start 144, but I am the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. Therefore, 144 cannot kick in during my term. How will you rule?
How can I tell you how I will rule? You might make me the Chief Justice. How can I tell you how I will rule in advance?
Okay.
If you were confronted with the same Olekeiwa decision before you had ruled, would you have told the whole world what you would have done?
You see, you are on that chair, and you are the one who is seeking to be the president.
My
of
Lord,
the
I request your pardon.
Okay. I have no problem.
I am saying,
I have no problem.
I am saying the question is, as I have asked it by way of asking a question.
Yes.
I've answered it by way of asking a question.
Okay. Under Article 144 and 145, which involves the removal of the president, if the president is removed under one of those articles, is he entitled to approach the Supreme Court? And how will you deal with that case? And that's why I was asking you the immunity of the president under 143. Because this one is his personal, because he's removed as the president of the Republic of Kenya under 144 and 145. Can he now approach the Supreme Court in his personal name, or the decision of the tribunal and the parliament and the Senate is final, according to you?
My Lord, you are asking me to express a view on jurisdiction.
Okay.
If I would...
Let's go to the next question.
Yes, I can't.
Yes. Article 146(2)(b) provides in the event of a vacancy in the office of the president, the DP takes the office. In the event the DP is not available, the Speaker of the National Assembly. But the Constitution is silent. In the event the Speaker of the National Assembly is not available, who will be our president?
My Lord, on a light note, I was reading it, I saw the gap, and I said to myself, it might be the Chief Justice. And in the absence of the Chief Justice, it would be the Deputy Chief Justice. And in the absence of the Deputy Chief Justice, the senior most... What am I saying? I cannot speculate. It says what it is. If it is a matter that is there is a gap in the law.
Senior counsel, you are right, because the first stop is the legislature. The third stop is the judiciary.
Yes, but those who drew up this constitution, those who are framing the laws now, those involved in amending the laws right now, those are the things they consider. The Chief Justice, the judge of the Court of Appeal, like you, the judges of the Supreme Court cannot go into that arena where they are filling in gaps in such a substantive manner.
Okay, and this is my last question. The question of review of punishment, of sentence, conditional pardon, substituting sentence is ordinarily reserved for the judiciary. Ordinarily reserved for the judiciary. Tell us one instance where the President of the Republic of Kenya can exercise judicial function.
In our law, it provides for presidential pardon.
Tell us one instance where our president can exercise judicial function as a sitting president.
I see what you're asking. You're saying he seems to be performing the judiciary function. Where do we perform?
I didn't say judiciary function, I said judicial function.
You have asked a question where you said, show me one.
I said, tell us one instance where our president, the President of the Republic of Kenya, as a sitting head of the executive and the government, is allowed under the Constitution to exercise judicial function.
He doesn't exercise a judicial function. He just exercises his presidential powers.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
Under 33, Article 133, it's a judicial function. Thank you very much. I wish you well.
Thank you very much, Judge Wasame. Thank you, Senior Counsel. It's now the turn of Honorable Commissioner Justice Bajaja to ask his question.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning, Senior Counsel. You presented 5 sample writings